I feel like when we're doing work in Lee Summit, it's kind of tale of two cities. And so it's either a job on one of the lakes, and so whether it's like Longview Lake or Raintree or Lake Watawana, and those houses have all kinds of issues from moisture management, right? So I've done a couple houses out there, and I don't know what it was. Some of these houses are only 20 years old, and the builder didn't use house wrap, and they didn't flash the windows. And because of it, you have major woodpecker issues, major termite issues, structural problems with headers of windows and doors. And so like I tell people, hey, honestly, like there's a good chance we're gonna spend a couple $1,000s to rebuild your house, not because we want to, but I've done enough work out here in these lake houses, and the homes just weren't built well, and there's just kind of constant issues that I'm showing homeowners about. Other than that too, a lot of those homes like just have really drab curb appeal, and so they were built in the late 70s, early 80s, and it was a cost per square foot builder, and it was all about giving you as much of the house as you can. And that's okay. Like, you want to have the lake view, you want to have a big house, but there's no character, there's no curb appeal. And so we're constantly going in and really redesigning and helping a homeowner reimagine what it could look like. And so we do custom design renderings on almost every home I do, but a lot of times we're doing way more in depth, way more involved, 4 sides of the house detail out in Lee Summit, because they really want to maximize that curb appeal. You know, when we're not doing jobs on the lake houses there, we do other houses in Lee Summit, and there a lot of times it's just, the house wasn't built that well, meaning that there's tons of wood rot, the homeowner cut corners on flashing details, drip edges, water management, and there's so much wood rot. And so we're constantly out there fixing wood rot, making sure stuff's sustainable, making sure it's built right, dealing with moisture management. That's a big thing we deal with in Lee Summit, is we're kind of always fixing someone else's problem. And so that's okay, that's what you hire us for. When you deal with fixing some of these issues in Lee Summit, it really just depends. I mean, it's how old the house is and how many corners did the builder cut. And so it's not just about Install Hardy, which is a great product. It's really about making sure the walls are flat, making sure they're level, making sure we fix all the holes in wood rot. Are we using a commercial grade house wrap? Are we sealing all the seams? Is it airtight, is it watertight? So that's kind of the first step. After that, a lot of times with some of these old houses it's okay. Installing Hardy lap siding on a perfectly new construction house is easy. On existing homes, it's hard. And so it's making sure that we're using the right product in the right place, and it's all about the small details. It's making sure that the walls aren't super wavy. It's making sure that every board lines up perfectly. It's making sure all the trim details look fantastic. So it's really going above and beyond the extra mile. And listen, most homeowners don't even think about, they think of their siding. Like the roof lines, the trim, the soffit, the fascia, those are things that actually cost money, but those are things that are going to save you money in the long run. And so there's some homeowners that say, oh, I want to paint that. I can't tell how many people call me back a year or two later, and they're like, hey, I know I said I didn't want to do the roof lines. And what would have cost them $5,000 then is probably $10,000 now, because it's so much harder to go back and just fix that 20, 30 feet in the air versus we're already there. We already have a scaffolding, we already have a dumpster. So it's so much more expensive versus putting a Band-Aid on it, actually doing the whole house a couple years later.